Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to another week with Fathers Who Care. And you know, as always, we're doing our very best to make a difference. We believe any man that's physically capable can make a baby, but it takes a real man to be a father. And so we really promote responsible fatherhood involvement. We think that men sometimes don't get to do, not that we're looking for it, but it don't hurt every now and then to say, you're doing a good job, guy. Keep up the good work. Or men bonding together to kind of chop it up and talk about, listen, man, this is what I've been doing with my child. And what do you think about this? And you know how they go. You know, so we do that every now and then in the barber shops, and we do it every now and then when we host events. And I think we got some things that's coming up on this show this evening. I think you're going to find extremely beneficial, and we hope that you would benefit greatly from it. But in the midst of that, we want you to know that this show is tailor-made to empower the least of them. Our job is rather simple: to engage, enlighten, and empower. And we come on this show each week with guests that we know that are out there laboring in the vineyard, who have been vetted to do the work that they're doing, and we believe in them. We love them because they're doing what they love, and they're doing what they need to do to empower the least of them. I can't say it enough. When you know better, you do better. And if we really want to affect change in our community, be a blessing to somebody. Love somebody other than yourself. Share some love. Put down hate. Just believe that we can make a difference. And when you look at somebody with the spirit of love. You know, what can I do to help you today? I mean, they don't take anything away from you, you know, because the more you give, the more come back. It's called reciprocity. You know, the more you put out, the more it comes back. So I just believe in that in my heart. But as you know, this show is tailor-made to talk about what we can do together. Why should we work together? What is the purpose in working together? So tonight, I just wanted to dispel some of those negative myths about African-American men in the lives of their children, and what are we doing out here to make a difference in the community. I was just talking to Jay Michael just a minute ago, and I was saying to him, you know, sometimes I'm so heavy-hearted with the plight of this violence going on, with the plight of these senseless acts of violence that's going on in our community. And then I'm really being bothered by the fact and becoming somewhat traumatized, to be totally honest with you. With every time I'm turning around, I'm doing a eulogy. And some of the eulogies are these young folks. And I'm really kind of becoming somewhat insensitive now. Because now it's almost getting to the point where it's becoming a norm, all right? That I'm going to go to a funeral, be part of a funeral, and there goes somebody 15, 16, 17, somebody less under 25 years old, which is kind of nerve-wracking to me. I believe that young people should live fruitful lives. I believe young folks should go out and enjoy life. They should grow. They should matriculate. They should get out into colleges and universities. They should travel the world. I think they should do all the things that young people should do so that they can vet themselves and be experienced and be rounded. I just don't believe, and I don't want my children to believe, that this is the way they should live in an environment where life doesn't matter. I believe, as some folks are saying, Mike, all lives matter. I believe all life matters too. I'm just pro-black, all right?
Nothing wrong.
All right? I'm pro-black life matter. And I'm pro-black life matter because we need to empower our own. And I'm not saying all lives don't matter. I love everybody, don't get me wrong. But right now, folks are acting the way they act, I believe, because they don't know. And when people literally, truly don't know, I think we that do know are obligated to empower them, to help them. Now, once you know, you're on your own.
Right.
All right. But it's just like a child. A child can't be what a child can't see. So if we want our young folks to be the best that they can be, then they need to see this. They need to be mentored by certain people. They need to be around certain people where they can be and do the things that they want to do. Let me just give you another example of what I'm talking about. Look at this here. This is an event that we got coming up, right?
Yes.
This event is called Invest in Fathers. So just a brief snippet, Mike, what's going to happen on Saturday?
Invest in Fathers, the event that's going to happen this upcoming Saturday at the St. Vincent Miralac House, 2859 West Jackson Boulevard, is a kickoff for a much larger initiative. Invest in Fathers is taking all the fatherhood organizations in Illinois and as politicians like to say, we are going to big tent the fatherhood movement.
Big tenant.
And
So
what that means is
yeah.
we want to connect 5,000 young fathers to employment opportunities, educational opportunities, and health care, which they don't have.
Well, you know what? I wanted you to go there, and I just really wanted you to kind of hit it like you did. So it's passion there.
Oh, yeah.
But let's find out
absolutely.
who you are first, because we kind of jumped on down there to talk about one of these special events coming up, because I think it's important, and I want to hit it as much as we can. And I want you to expound on it. But who are you? Michael, who are you? And what is your purpose for existing?
Well, I think that I was put here for what I'm doing right now, even though the road to get here has been difficult. I am an only child, born here in Chicago, Illinois, on the South Side, in the South Shore community. And despite my looks, I'm 45 years old, so I look good for my age, man, like you do. And my wife and I, we've been married for 20 years. We met as tour guides at the Museum of Science and Industry our sophomore year in college. We have 3 teenagers, 19, 18, and 17. And I guess by trade, I would consider myself an accountant, because that's what my background has been in, and I've been in the workforce providing accounting services for 26 years now.
But what is your purpose? You know, when when we, how men are, we just so point blank.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what? We don't believe in relaxing.
Right.
We always fired up.
Yeah.
All right. We always got to be on 10.
Right.
But tonight, what we want to do with you, J. Michael, is we want to let you know that we appreciate the work that you're doing.
Okay.
All jokes aside.
Yeah.
The other events and all that other good stuff, that's all good. We appreciate that. But we want to appreciate you today.
Okay.
All right? We want to appreciate you for what you're doing to empower so many others. So often we get caught up in trying to empower and enlighten and engage others. We forget ourselves all the time. I don't know about you, but I do all the time.
Right.
And I've been really, really on another level lately because one of my dear brothers, Kwesi, Ronald Harris,
Passed away.
transitioned. Now we were real close, extremely close. So that kind of hit me real heavy, right? Because he as you, we're always out there in the field, always trying to empower and enlighten and enlarge the lives of others, that we kind of not give ourselves the time we need. So tonight we want to celebrate you in the work that you're doing and let you know that we love you, we love the work that you're doing, and we think the work you're doing is extremely beneficial and extremely meaningful to men specifically, but to your family, to your daughter, to your son?
I have 2 sons.
To your son. And so we just wanted to let you know we appreciate you. So after that, we want to take this show into that level. Okay. So if there's anything else you want to tell us about who you are and your purpose, please feel free. Anything you want us to know that talks about you, that you can speak personal about.
All right. I believe my life can be an open book. I have nothing to hide. And I was talking to my pastor about a month ago. And
now you're the executive director of
Fathers for the Future.
For the future.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
And my pastor asked me, he said, why fatherhood? You could be doing a lot of other things. Why fatherhood?
Why fatherhood?
And I said, well, if you look back on my past, my mother and father were divorced when I was 9 months old. My grandmother reared me. She brought me up. My mother was a heroin addict and had mental health issues. She was not able to take care of me. She was a prostitute, and then later she was the first known and well-diagnosed AIDS patient in Illinois. She passed away in 2005. My father was a felon, and he never took care of us.
Okay.
So ultimately, I miss my dad.
You miss your dad.
Yeah.
So let's ask this question then. You know, we want to dispel some of the negative myths associated with black men, African American men in the lives of their children. You know, if we allow sound bites and let the news say what they say, they will give the impression that men like ourselves don't care about our own, are not there for our own, are just baby factories, are sperm donors, are deadbeat dads. I differ. I think most African Americans are dead broke, not dead beat.
Right.
Not only that, I also know from statistics from my research that there are more European fathers that leave their children and their significant others than we do.
That's true.
I mean, not only that, there are more European women on welfare than African American women.
Yes.
So, I mean, but it depends on who's spinning the information. So I want to let you know, and those who are watching, we are because others were, and because others were, we are. Destined for success. Our brothers and sisters keeper. So let's go to this. What is, you're the executive director of Fathers for the Future.
Yes.
What is Fathers for the Future? And you're watching Fathers Who Care. The lines are open right now. 312-738-1060. Again, the lines are open at 312-738-1060. We have J. Michael Carr, Executive Director of Fathers for the Future. We're talking about investing in fathers. We're talking about an event that's coming up that we're doing in collaboration on Saturday with with so many supporting folks that's there with us. And we're going to tell you more about that at the Marillac House. Again, that's Saturday, July 16th from 9:30 to 3:30. It's going to be a fun-packed event. Free food, free entertainment, not entertainment, but entertainment.
Resources.
Resources and networking opportunities
and workshops.
And workshops. You're gonna love it. We're gonna talk about it in a minute. But what is Fathers for the Future?
Walter, I'm gonna tell you about how I actually came about starting Fathers for the Future.
Now tell me what it is. Tell me what it is, and then we're gonna flow back and tell me why you came up with it. Tell me what it is.
Fathers for the Future is a nonprofit organization that helps fathers manage their money to provide for their families.
Now that's heavy. Now that gives me a kind of a leeway, and Otis.
Absolutely.
So we cool with Otis.
Very cool with Otis.
So Otis is our guy. Otis Monroe we're talking about. Otis Monroe with the Monroe Foundation. And Otis is doing an event, a boot camp, a financial boot camp. Otis been just trying to get folks money.
Yeah.
Literally, right?
Yeah.
Otis been doing business boot camps for local business owners, and he'll be doing an event on July the 7th, on July the 30th, I believe it is, July the 30th at the Austin Town Hall at 10 o'clock. And if you want to try to help to expand your business, learn how to get different funds, give Otis a call. We'll talk about that down the road. We're talking to J. Michael Carr tonight, the Executive Director of Fathers for the Future. The lines are open, and here's the topic tonight. Why should we invest and empower fathers? Yes, ladies, I'm talking to you. Why should we, or should we, invest in your man? Your man. Should we invest in that man that you say a deadbeat? Should we invest in that man that you keep on making babies with? Should we invest in that man who walked off and left you? Should we invest in those men who are laboring tirelessly to empower not only their children but other children? We got a caller, J. Michael. We're going to take the call and then we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Caller, you on air. Your comment or question, please.
What do you call a good father?
What do you call a good father? What is a good father?
A good father is a provider.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Go ahead, Doc.
I believe that, first of all, a man needs to be able to understand his shortfalls. And we all have them. Men and women have their own shortfalls, and they're different. But what I would think a good father is he's somebody that's connected with his children. And he's also connected with what his role as being a provider is. That role is to take care of your children and to take care of your family. Okay,
so that was a question. The question was, what is a good father? And I agree with you. And you said he's a provider, he's a protector, he's a friend, all right? He's a confidant, all right? Well, I want to take that friend thing away. Put more of a guardian and a confidant, all right? because folks get misunderstood. Because I often say that I don't think parents should be the friends of their children. All right, I really believe that. All right, I think it should be the parent. Right.
And my kids will agree with you too.
Yeah, but let's go here. So we really want to challenge more fathers, specifically with this event, but on to challenge more fathers to be actively involved in community organizing, civil engagement, and bridging the gaps with our young folks. Our young folks are crying out, literally, and they're talking. I don't know if folks are listening, but the young folks are talking. They're talking in their protests. They're talking in their rallies. They're talking in all of these things that you see going around where these young folks are revolting. Actually, they're on the move, all right? And if you don't engage them and communicate with them, shame on you. We got another caller. Caller, your comment or question for Michael, J. Michael Carr. Your comment or question?
What's the difference between a father and a daddy?
Okay, I like that one. That's a good one.
That's a good
question. Thank you.
You.
What's the difference between a father and a daddy? I used to make fun of that statement off and on.
My wife, Kyra, actually talks about this difference all the time. A daddy is someone in the community that fathers a baby, and he provides his sperm, but he doesn't take the responsibility of taking care of that baby. And a father takes care of that child.
And so that's what I normally would start the show off with. Any man that's physically capable can be a daddy, but it takes a real man to be a father. That's my baby mama. Yeah. That's my that foolishness. That is so foolish. But that's the answer. I hope that answered your question. So Jay, let's go here. Let's get back to the topic. What can we do to engage more men to become more actively involved in the lives of their children and to be more actively involved in their children from the community?
I think the first step is men empowering men. Men have to network with other men to feel safe to talk about issues. In our program, Fathers for the Future, we meet bi-monthly, and those men, you would be surprised at the discussions that they have. Everything from not only money management, but also how that affects the relationships with their girlfriends, with their spouses, because those decisions aren't made by just that man. You have to involve the whole family. You have to involve your children if you want any type of intergenerational knowledge of wealth.
So you say you guys meet bi-monthly. Where and when?
We meet in South Shore, at our office in South Shore, 1809 East 71st Street in the Black United Fund of Illinois building. 1809 East 71st Street in South Shore.
Okay, what time?
10 o'clock on Saturdays.
Okay, so if someone wanted to come back, is it open for folks to just stop by?
They would probably need to call first so they can be introduced.
Okay, so if they wanted to get in touch with you, how could they get in touch with you?
My telephone number is 773-270-2333.
So if a person wanted to be involved and wanted to get together with you, specifically in relationship to investing in fathers and or some of this bi-monthly fatherhood support groups, they can call you at what now? 773-270-2333. So why don't you do me a favor?
Sure.
Why don't you take us to what's going on Saturday one more time? What's happening Saturday?
Saturday is going to be a hot event.
Right.
And we have the support of so many organizations and businesses.
Like who?
The Monroe Foundation is one. Also, a statewide partner is DCFS, Real Men Charities, Be Strong Families, the Black United Fund of Illinois, Fathers Who Care. We are trying to get as many people to attend this event.
We're going to have the congressman in. He'll be a speaker, right?
We're also going to have the Invest in Fathers honorary chairman, which is Commissioner 1st District Richard R. Boykin.
Okay, so
and then the invited guest speaker is going to be U.S. Congressman Danny K. Davis.
And who else?
We also have Brother Ishmael Muhammad from the Nation of Islam.
Okay.
And then we finally round off our speaker series with Dr. Rashad Safir from the community-based health center out here.
Bobby E. Wright Center. Yeah, so you get it now, don't you? There's going to be so many different opportunities to network and learn on this Saturday at the Marillac House at 2859 West Jackson. So we're encouraging you, those who are watching, to come on out. It's a God thing, all right? Nothing personal, sisters. Send your man on out. Tell him to be over at the Marilike House on Saturday. Tell him it's all good. He can leave now. Go out and do something, huh?
Yeah, because the way that I see this, one of the biggest problems that young fathers have, I experienced. I'm a cancer survivor. And in 2008, I found myself in a coma for 9 days, paralyzed for 2.5 months, and it took me a year and a half to learn how to walk and eat again.
So that's why you're so passionate about it.
I'm very passionate about fatherhood.
Okay, so tell us.
But what happened, that experience led me to a greater calling in life. There was a period of time, because I wasn't able to
Let's
work.
get this call, and then we're going to come back and grab you.
Sure.
So when you come back, when you take that thought, take the thought and run it into how can we empower more men like yourself?
Okay.
Because I felt your passion. I know your passion. And I know that you have a testimony. Let's get the caller. Caller, you on the air. Your comment or question, please.
Thank you, Father Who Cares, for energizing this city of Chicago. You have been phenomenal, Miss Griffin here. This reminds me of human resource and human service. We were on target every day, 7 days a week, 24/7. And even Monroe worked with us.
Absolutely.
Inglewood, okay?
So Miss Griffin, you know that we are not joking, that we're really out here. We're bridging that south side, that west side gap.
Yep.
You know, we've always promised. Miss Griffin is from the south side.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I've met her.
And Miss Griffin.
Talk to you all the time. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Miss Griffin. We love you so much. And of course, she's one of our elder sisters who are serious about empowering our young folks. All right. So we appreciate you and we love you so much. Now here, let's talk back. How can we get more professional men and women, for that matter, to mentor our young people? That's what they need. How can we do it?
Engagement. There has to be an opportunity for both parties to meet. I talk about the Invest in Fathers, but it's the same model that needs to get more men involved with children and mentoring. It's, unfortunately, I use it and I speak like a businessman because that's what I am. So to me, it's about marketplace. Invest in Fathers is really nothing but a marketplace. You have supply and demand. You have people that are service providers, and you have people that need those services. You need to connect them. So we're not trying to create new programs. There's some great programs already on the ground on the west side, in East St. Louis, in Rockford, in Champaign, in Normal, in Peoria. What they need is to be connected. And the mentoring program that you're talking about, you need to start having more engagement with professionals that have the ability, they have the financial means, they have the time to take them to talk to these young folks.
Well, now, you know, we're talking about being who we are, men of profession and men on a mission and purpose-driven men. How we can engage more young folks to be actively involved in the lives of their young people, right? That's really what we want to do, is get more folks actively involved in mentoring young people. I think once we come out of that shell of selfishness and understand that we are because others are, or because others were. And if we really want our community to change and become better communities, I think more men that get involved would make more boys sit down. All right? I just believe when we step up, little boys have to sit down because we can't fellowship together.
Right.
It's like light and dark. Day and night. You know? It's like, are you serious? But anyway, back to you. So on Saturday we're doing this event, Invest in Fathers, right?
Right.
So let's talk specific. What's going on with these young folks where they're feeling like they're hopeless and they have to resort to shooting each other and going on in this mindset of don't nobody care, or like they don't have any life expectancy. They don't feel, they actually feel hopeless. I mean, and they literally say it.
Yes, yeah.
They don't have no life expectancy.
I'm the father of 3 teenagers, so I am connected to what goes on with the youth. And I think that there's a crisis in the community.
Right.
But that crisis stretches far beyond Chicago and the state of Illinois lines.
But what can we do, Jay, to let these young folks know that you're not alone? No, we haven't abandoned you. We love you, and we want to see you live.
There needs to be an awakening.
Okay. What's the age for the folks, for the young men at this event on Saturday?
16 to 24.
Say it again.
16 to 24.
So we're targeting
young fathers.
We're targeting young fathers Saturday.
Yep.
From 16 and up, right?
Yep.
To be at this Invest in Fathers resource and networking event on Saturday. It's going to be refreshments. It's going to be opportunities to network. It's going to be so much information to learn from: financial literacy, parenting, education, assistance with welfare support, child support, whatever it might be, whatever you think you need.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be an opportunity to empower you. Is that fair?
That's fair, but you missed the most important component of this Saturday.
What is it?
Employment.
Employment opportunity. Yeah, because they'll be going online and actually doing.
You can actually come to the resource fair.
You got to sell that, man.
There are going to be employers on site that you will be able to go to the computer lab at the Marillac House and complete an online application.
So, back up. You're telling me that these young folks who claim that there's no opportunities for them will be able to come out to this event that we're co-hosting together, and they will be able to meet up with some employers,
Yeah.
and they'll also be able to go online, and they'll be able to do the prerequisites to getting a job. So basically, all they have to do is show up. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. The employers that we have coming out, we have KRA Workforce Corporation, which is affiliated with Chicago Cook Work Partnership. We have Inspiration Kitchen, Inspiration Corporation. We have Combined Insurance. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield. To talk about healthcare.
So now you know.
You have no excuse.
So here's what we're trying to tell you. We're trying to tell you, I mean, this show is going rather quick because there's so much happening. But we want you to know, and furthermore, we want you to know, for those men who need some support tomorrow, we encourage you to come to the Westside Men's Meeting, our luncheon, every third Monday we have a luncheon, every third Friday of the month. We have a Westside Men's Luncheon and Empowerment Group meeting at MacArthur's at 5400 West Madison, 12 o'clock noon. When you come in, tell them you're with the Westside Men's Group, you have a discount on the lunch. So we come together, break bread together, and bond on different ways where we can empower men.
And you might want to mention that MacArthur's is actually providing the food for our event Saturday.
Well, you said it.
Yes.
And those that know MacArthur knows that MacArthur is pro-community. And so what we're trying to do is not only let you know that there's opportunities, but there's an opportunity for you. On Friday, come to the Westside Men's Meeting at 12 o'clock at MacArthur's. On Saturday, meet us at Marillac House at 2859 West Jackson. If you need additional information, give us a call at 773-270-2333, or give Fathers Who Care a call at 773-287-5821, or log up to Fathers Who Care at www.fatherswhocare.org or .us or .net or .org or whatever those things are. They're on all of those links, all right? So just link up into us and let us know what you need and what you're trying to do. But what we really want you to know, and Mike, we really thank you for what you're doing to keep this issue of fatherhood out there and out front.
Oh, we're going to blow this up.
Oh, yeah, we're going to blow it up. So, listen, we want to tell you all that are watching
I want to
tonight.
say thank you, too.
No, listen, it's my
show.
pleasure. You know, this has been a fast show, but we want to thank all of you who called in, thank all of you who are watching. We love to see you this Friday, tomorrow, and we love to see you Saturday. Listen, we're going to have so much fun. We're going to empower so many people. We know that it's the right thing to do, and we're going to do it because it's the right thing to do. Thank our young folks from the West Garfield Park Youth Council. Thank you, Amari. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, all of those who came. Thank your wife and your daughter for coming out hanging with us tonight. God bless you. God keep you, and we'll see you all on the other side next week, same time. We'll be talking about community resources and community development, and we're going to talk to some young folks, and we're going to have some young folks to tell us what they're doing out there to generate resources to become entrepreneurs in the community. So thank you so much for your time, your patience, and God bless you. God keep you, and good night.